Well, my name is Vicki Estrada. I've had my office in downtown San Diego since 1985. It's been a while. And so I've been downtown like in 3 or 4 different places, and I've seen it change an awful lot. I'm a landscape architect, an urban planner, urban designer, and I've been lucky enough to work on some pretty important projects throughout the city, like the Balboa Park Master Plan, projects like that. And then I got involved in the arts. And through that, I started first as an art commissioner at the city, and then now I'm actually on the California Arts Council. And in between, I was chair of the Airport Public Art Committee and the San Diego City one as well. So I end up coming usually to work about 9 o'clock, and then I do enjoy going out to lunch. So rarely do I pack my own lunch, and being downtown. There's some places, a lot of places you can choose from. Then I usually leave around 5:30 or 6, go home and make dinner, depending on, what my wife wants. I would say, actually, sometimes I think about that. Somebody asks, what are you most proud of? Well, it could be a couple, I did the first new town plan for Otay Ranch, 20,000 acres. I'm proud of that. But it's a planning, it's a plan that sits on a shelf and somebody uses it as a guide. Most people associate me with Balboa Park. If there's a meeting on Balboa Park on traffic, I got to get Vicki, so I'm in several boards. I'm on the Committee of 100 board, and it's a couple other Balboa Park boards and committees because I have a background. These are a lot of young people who don't know the history. Why was that road closed? Why wasn't it closed? When I went to school, got my degree at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, they didn't teach us about that, the importance of community input. And being thrown in right away, in fact, it was just a few years after I graduated 5 years that I started working in Balboa Park. No matter what you do, you got to be a good listener. And that wasn't my strong point, but I have learned to listen better, and I am convinced a lot of that is because of the transition and lack of testosterone. It was good, for me for 53 years, but not anymore.